join me. My name is Vera. I'm a health and wellness instructor from Stonebridge Community Services, and today I'm here at the Port Stanley Fitness Center with a program designed to help balance, posture, and core strength. I have a couple of props today. I have a tennis ball, and the other thing I have is a small board, a 2x4. If you don't have something like that nearby, a yoga block or a big book will do. Just make sure you have something non-slip like a yoga mat to put under it so it's not sliding away from you. So let's get started. I'm going to start today with a release for the front of our body. We're doing a lot of sitting these days, and that causes the shoulders to round and these muscles to get really tight. So let's release those tight pecs. We're going to start with the arm out to the side. Just bring it straight in, other hand on top. And we'll start with a little circle, so just a little massage. If you can't find your cranky spot, you might want to roll it around. There's usually a spot that might be just a little cranky from being tight, and that's what we're looking for. So you might want to play with that spot. And then we're going to push in and out towards your underarm. And back to the center, and in, and out to the arm, and back, and out. Let's go two more, and out, and very last one. Perfect. We're going to switch the ball to the other side, take it up about even with your shoulder, and then directly in, other hand on top. We're going to start by rolling small circles. Sit nice and tall on the sitting bones. And then just push it out to the elbow. And roll back to the midline. And out towards your elbow. And back in. And just two more. Out. Might feel a little cranky, that's okay. Just push as hard as you feel. You're getting a nice release, but it shouldn't be a youch. And now from here, we're going to place that ball right under the meaty part of your sitting bone. So on the outside, right where that meaty part is, around where your back pocket would be. And now just start by pressing into that ball and seeing if you can make that area between your ribs and your hips a little shorter on the other side. So if the ball's under the right, we're lifting that left hip and down. Try to minimize the use of the leg and let your core do the work as you lift and lower. And 3, and down. And 4, and down. And 5, and down. Very last one, 6. Perfect. And now from here, we're going to just let that knee go forward a little bit. So your knees are lined up right now. We want to push that knee forward and pull it back. And forward and back. So initiating the movement from the hip. We're using the leg as little as possible and trying to really wake up that core and release those tight glute muscles. 5 and 6. Perfect. Okay, from here we're just going to bring, and you might have to reposition it. Again, right in the meaty part where the fatty part is, we never put that ball right against bone. And now the foot that the ball's under, we're going to lift it up towards the inside of the leg and down. Try to stay even on the sitting bones as you lift and lower. And 3, and down. 3 more, and down. 2 more, and down. Very last one, and down. Now, your choice. If you have a hip replacement, we don't want to cross the legs. So then you might want to just bring it in and out to the side. If you feel okay and it's all right to lift it up, we're just going to open up that knee as much as you can, either using the muscles or giving it a little assistance, and lean into that ball a little bit and just roll your pelvis around, or your core around the pelvis, trying to find those cranky spots. So a really nice release for the piriformis. The piriformis is right around where our back pocket is, and it's often a little bit tight and cranky, and it's a hard place to stretch. So a really nice way to release it is just using that ball. more side to go. So we're going to transfer that ball over to the left side, just in the meaty part of your glutes. And then from here, we're going to take that right side and just shorten the area between the ribs and the hips and down. Try not to push into the leg or use the leg as little as possible as you lift and lower. And 3, and lower. Trying to stay as straight as you can, like somebody's pulling you up by a string. 3 more. And 2 more. And very last one. Well done. From here, we're going to let this knee, the left knee, just come forward and pull it back. So it's initiating from the hips. Move that hip forward and back. And again, just working around the SI joint. 3 and 2. Almost there. Just one more. Perfect. Back to the center. And now we're going to unweight that left foot and just imagine you're crossing the legs, coming up as high as you're comfortable. Staying even if you can on the sitting bones. I know one's a little higher, so it's a little tricky. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. And now your choice whether you hold the stretch here or if you feel safe to bring that leg all the way up using the muscle to open it up, or a little assistance by pressing down. Roll the shoulders back, just check your posture, and then just lean into it a little bit and relax. And lean. And now we're going to let the torso make a little more of a circle, leaning towards the back of the chair and up again. And 2. And 3. And just one more. 4. Well done. And now that leg can come down. We're going to take the ball away. You should feel nice and wide through the sitting bones now. And then when you're ready, I'm going to sneak in a little cognitive work. So we're going to start with our right leg, just stomping it 8 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to clap on 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clap on 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clap on 2 and clap on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. That one's a little bit of fun. Come all the way to the back of the chair, so we're just shuffling our hips back. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and let's bring our hands right up to the top of the shoulders. We're going to start by lifting the elbows up and down. Heads tall, straight spine, nice and even on both sides of your sitting bones. 3 and 4. And on the very last one, widen through the elbows and push them into the back wall and relax. Just opening up that tight chest that we just released and relax. Really working the posture as we open the elbows to, excuse me, the back wall and down. Very last one. Perfect, and down. Nice work. From here, we'll let the arms come down, roll the shoulders back, see how tall you can be. And we're going to start by leaning forward and coming all the way up to standing. And then just sticking the tailbone back, the knees are nice and wide, so if you look straight down, you can see your big toes, and forward and up. So now you decide if you need the hands on top of the knees. If your back hurts, that's probably a good option. If your knees hurt and you can't come all the way down, just come part of the way down, really sticking the bum out, looking down, knees are nice and wide, and up we go. And 2, and up. If you have no pain at all and you want to make it a little harder, we can take the hands across the chest. And 4. Sitting to standings are really important exercise because we need to be able to get out of that chair, get into our cars, and be mobile to live independently. 4 more. Almost there. 3 more. Even though most of the weight's in the heels, you still want to feel your toes anchor to the floor. Last one. Perfect. Good job. We'll stay standing. Just shake everything else out nice and loose. And now we're going to come beside the chair. And we're going to pretend we're climbing the stairs. The beautiful thing about that 1-inch lift is it's low enough that most people won't feel that knee pain. If you do feel it, make the lift even 1/2 inch. But we're still lifting our entire body weight, so we're still strengthening those knees to climb stairs. So the foot's nice and straight on that board or block. Shoulders are wide, nice and tall. We're pushing into the heel part of the foot and just unweighting the foot. And then lots of control to lower yourself down. Watch that knee. Make sure you can see the big toe on the inside of the knee as you lift up and lower down. We use the chair as much or as little as you need to. So if you can hover the hand over the chair, that's fine. But if you need it to assist you, feel free to use it. Also sneaking a little balance in here. And 6. 2 more. 7. Really great exercise for cranky knees. And 8. Perfect. Okay, now we want to place the feet side by side. So if I ran a piece of tape from this toe to this toe, they'd be in the exact same line. We want to push into the outside of that foot that's on the board of the book, nice and tall, and we're just matching our big toes and then lowering down, making sure you can see your big toe on the inside of that knee. Push into the outside of the foot as we come up, and down, and 3, and down. Make sure that that foot's not sneaking back. It's going to want to try to keep it in that same line. 4, and down. 4 more, and down. 3 more, and down. 2 more, and down. Very last one, and down. Nice work. Give that work, the outside leg that's not on the board, a little shake. Just loosen that hip up. And now nice and straight, we're going to, from the hips, so try to straighten the posture, drop the hip down, and then with those muscles between the ribs and the hips, pull it up, and then down, and then up, and 3, and up, and 4, and up, and 5. So really trying to feel that shortening between the ribs and the hips. 1 more, and up. Perfect. Okay, we'll take that board over to the other side. Do that other leg. Perfect. Now the other foot's on that elevated surface, whatever it may be. Toes are wide, chest is tall. Check your posture. The other foot's behind, like you're climbing stairs. When you're climbing stairs, if you put a little more weight into that heel than into your toes, we're going to help lift from the back of the leg, which will bring the pressure off the knees and down. You can see the big toe on the inside of the knee as you lift and lower, using that chair as much or as little as you need to. 3. And you might note I'm in a corner, so if I do lose my balance, there's protection for me all the way around. 4, and 5, and 6. Lots of control, working within that pain-free range of motion. 1 more, and down. Now, making that straight line with your toes, you might even want to put a piece of tape down there because that foot will want to sneak back if you're not careful. Weight's on the outside of that supporting foot, because if I push into my toes too much, that knee is going to go in. You want to make sure you can see your big toe. And then come on up, match your toes, and down. And 2. And down. And 3. that outside leg a little shake, loosen it up. And now we're dropping from the hip and then using those muscles between the ribs and the hips to pull us up. And down. And up. And 3. And up. 3 more. And up. 2 more. And up. Very last one. And up. Well done. From here, let's go to the back of the chair. Again, shoulders are wide, nice and tall. Feet are about hip width. And now notice your feet. Notice whether you have more weight on the back of your foot or the front of the foot. And let's try to even that out a little bit. And now when you're ready, we're going to stiffen up, tighten the core. Imagine somebody's going to give you a push. And then let your weight come forward. Nice stiff body. Let your feet adjust to that movement. And then back onto the heels. So just wherever you can go right now, we're not lifting anything. We're just getting used to that weight shift. And on the next one, let yourself come forward until eventually you have to come up on your toes. First and second toes, working the hardest here. Stabilize that foot. And then back to your heel. And up to the toes. And back. The heel's a little harder, so know where that chair is. Have that wall behind you. Make sure you're nice and safe. And then up to your toes. And back to the heels. And let's go 2 more. And back. And very last one. And back. Perfect. I'm going to move the chair out of the way so that you can see what I'm doing. But if you need that chair for extra balance, by all means, make certain that it's there for you. And then from here, we're going to come back into that corner again so that we know we're safe. There's support all around, and we can have that chair in front. And now with the feet are about hip width, again, try to find that spot where equal distance between the heels and the toes. You're not putting more pressure on your heels or your toes. You're kind of in the middle. And then when you're ready, we're going to either come up onto the big toe, so we're unweighting the right foot, either coming up onto the big toe or lifting if that feels safe for you. And now just get a feel of that supporting foot. Your toes are nice and wide. Your core is engaged. And hold it there. Let's go 5 and 4. If you need your hands out, feel free. But if you really want to work balance, if you're in that corner and you're nice and safe, so right back in the corner, crossing the arms is even better because your brain's going to get a stronger message if your shoulder touches the wall than if your hands do. That's a pretty safe position. Your brain doesn't get very worried about that. And same thing on the other side. So we're putting weight into the right foot, widening the toes, equal weight on the front and the back as we unweight the other foot. Hold it there. Just breathe. 4 and 3 and 2 and down. Perfect. Good job. Give your legs a little shake. And now we're going to change position. So we're going to slide that right foot up into what we call a tandem position. So it's a version of heel to toe. It doesn't have to be the perfect heel to toe. We want to find that spot that you feel nice and safe, but still challenged. Again, the walls are nearby. The chair can be in front if you need it. And then when you get to whatever version of that heel to toe, notice whether you have more weight in the back foot or the front foot and try to even yourself out. Perfect. Let's hold it there. 5 and 4. Count out loud if you can so you're not holding your breath. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to make that a little bit harder. We're going to bring just your eyeballs, not your head yet. We'll look all the way to the left. Try to focus on something in the left. And then try to focus on something in the right. If you need to have your hands over that chair, You have your hands be as light or as heavy as you need to. Maybe try to lift a finger or two or come up onto a finger, but know that you're safe and secure. You have protection on every side. Perfect. And now look all the way over to the right. Your head staying nice and still. Trying to look as far over as you can. And then back and forth, starting with just the eyes. Notice whether you get any more tension in your neck. And if you do, try to relax and let it go. And only if that's okay, if that's hard, that's your exercise. Just stay with that one. If you feel like you can do more, you let your eyes lead, and then your head follows. Eyes lead, looking over to the left, the head follows. Eyes go to the right, the head follows. Eyes go to the left, the head follows. Perfect, back to the center. Now imagine somebody asked you if you wanted ice cream. Let's give a vigorous nod. Good job. See how your body responds to that. Does your neck tighten up or your shoulders tight? Try to relax. Perfect. And then from here we can bring your arms down. The foot comes in. We're going to walk the other foot up. So now left foot forward. Till you have whatever version of heel to toe works for you. Notice whether there's more weight in the back foot or the front foot. Try to even it out so you're equal on both sides. And then when you're ready, with your hands either over that chair or crossed, whichever one feels right for you, we're going to start with our eyes closed. If at any point you lose your balance, open your eyes right away. Know where that chair is, know where the walls are. Ready? Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. And now if that's okay, we're going to bring our eyes all the way over to the left. Eyes all the way over to the right. And then I went the wrong way with my eyes. And now when you're ready, we're going to let our eyes go to the right and the head go to the right, because your left is my right. And we're going to bring the eyes all the way over to the left and let the head follow. Let the eyes initiate the movement to wake up your brain, and then the head will follow. Eyes first, head follows. Back to the center. Nod if you want ice cream. So it's as vigorous a nod as you can. Again, if you have any neck weakness, you're going to notice that really grip. So it's a really good exercise for that. Relax your shoulders. Let's bring our feet out to the side. Perfect. And roll the shoulders back. We're almost done. Perfect. Nice job. Let's bring your right hand behind your back. If it's okay to give that wrist a gentle pull back, we're going to double our chin. If you're holding on the right hand, we're going to bring our ear to the left and vice versa. Just breathe, feel that shoulder relax. Nice and relaxed. Perfect. And now just a gentle pull on that left wrist. Keep looking down at the floor to take the tension out of your neck. Let your ear come over to the right. Usually if you're right-handed, you'll find that left side's a little tighter, so it might be worthwhile just giving that a few extra stretches through the week. And now when you're ready, the head comes back to the center. Again, another balance exercise. We're just going to finish off with this. Feet close together. We're going to look over our right side like there's somebody talking to you right behind you. And then look over the left side. Perfect. Back to the center. Bring your eyes up to the ceiling. If you can, let your head follow. Eyes down to the floor. Let your head follow. Last big breath in. Reach for the sky. Let's climb a little ladder here. One hand and then the other. Reach, reach, reaching. Reach. See how tall you can be. 3 and 2 hips, let your hands just slide down your lap, come forward, take a bow. Thanks for being